Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 36 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just logging in today, I noticed off camera, I think right after I finished recording 35, that I'm starting to have some power generation problems in this room. The high amount of resin coming in and the addition of the extractor in here, in addition to the macerators running and everything, is starting to cause some power production problems, and it's actually backing up my production line. You can see some items not getting out of the chest right now because we've pretty much overflowed our chests and we've run out of juice in this extractor. So I think I need to create some more passive power generation in this room, and that's something I'm going to work on nice and early today. Probably going to work on that right now, as a matter of fact. There's also the matter of my Mark III relay here, which has almost 1,000,000 EMC in it. How cool is that? I'm loving it. I also have this big old mess of inventory from the last time I was playing, so I should probably clean that up and then get to work on this new power generation method, and I'll be back in just a few minutes to do that. I'm also going to work a little bit on apiaries today, see if I can't get myself, a new breed of bee. I did upgrade, as you guys probably know, to forestry, the latest version of that. And ooh, I got some stringy combs in here. Cool. I don't know what those are. That's nice. The latest version of forestry has some cool stuff added to it, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing around with some of those new things as well. So it looks like all my bees are alive and well, so I have to wait for them to die off and hopefully get some crossbreeding going on. So why don't I get ready over here in this room, clean up my inventory a bit, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, you can see I'm looking at the recipe for a regular old macerator here. I'm going to go with 3 flint, 2 cobblestone, a machine block, and an electronic circuit. So let's go ahead and request that guy real quick. Machine block. I think I've got some flint in here somewhere. Thousands of it, I hope. Somewhere. But while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and request my electronic circuit real quick. You can see I'm connected to all my other chests back in my apiary back there. Looks like I got some really cool stuff. Dripping comb and stringy comb. Alright, neat. I think those are product of new stuff. There's my flint. 3 of those, please. Excellent. Cool. That stuff's all going to come my way, and I can now go ahead and craft... Oh, I guess I maybe can't. Let's check our... I guess machine block didn't work, right? Probably not. Yeah, missing some refined iron. So what I'm going to do here is just go into this chest here, get a stack of refined iron, and throw it into my induction furnace. And that'll automatically sort its way into this chest appropriately. Should automatically pull right in. Yep, perfect. So, just manual intervention on my part there. Like I said, in the future, I'm definitely going to go ahead and, take care of that. But for now, I guess we're kind of stuck. Pretty soon, I do want to add in a feature for that. Alright, so I've got my machine block here. And I completely reversed what I meant to do with placing that thing there. Placed down my flint and some cobble and got myself a macerator. Sweet. Nice little machine there. Now I'm going to upgrade this guy to the rotary macerator. You see I'm going to need some more refined iron in my regular macerator. I'm going to also need an advanced machine block. So why don't I request here a pair of those neat little things, these guys. Mixed metal ingots, 2 of them please. That'll get crafted up real quick. And I'll also grab the 7 or so of the refined iron I'm going to need. And pick those guys up, run right over here, and drop these in my compressor. Meanwhile, I'll take out some of this coal dust that I had sitting here, and I'm going to go ahead and convert this into raw carbon fiber. There's not much else I can do with it. There we go. And maybe borrow my overclocker upgrades for this guy. Help this along a little bit faster. Nice. 1 and 2. Now the advanced rotary macerator thingy that I've got here is pretty much an upgrade to the macerator. It's part of the advanced machines add-on, and I'm using normal macerators with the speed boosts here. Oops, didn't mean to click that. The overclocker upgrades, but for this one I'm going to use a rotary macerator. Might as well. I'm going to request 1 more machine block as well. While I'm waiting for that, I'll get ready to craft this thing up. There it is. Machine block. 2 carbon plates, advanced alloys, gets me my advanced machine block with a macerator on top, surrounded with this cool stuff, gets me the rotary macerator. Woot. I'm going to go ahead and place this rotary macerator right in this room over here. The purpose of that is basically that I want to make sure that I can place cool stuff in here and have good things happen. There we go. Woot. So this is the rotary macerator that's going to be in charge of powering all the cool stuff I or macerating the stuff that I want to macerate. Now, how's this thing going? I'm still weak on power in this room. Goodness. I did get my macerators and induction furnaces. Everything's good. Let's see how this is doing. Building up a little bit of an inventory here in this large chest. I'm going to have to be sorting this thing pretty darn fast, but that's all right. We'll get to it in a minute. Maybe, just maybe, I should turn off my quarry. What do you guys think? Might be a good idea at this point. So where's my quarry control? Off. Good deal. And let's see. I'm gonna probably need to get some stuff going. Give me just a minute. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and craft myself some more fiber cables. Remember, you want to use silver for these guys, just because it gives you more fiber cables. If you used redstone here, you'd get 4. So there we go. 17, maybe enough. Let's dig through the wall here. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? I'm going to have to dig down underground anyway. So I'm about to make a big old mess in my room, but that's okay. I want to sneak over here and feed some power into this thing. I'm feeling like that's probably a good move. So let's head off in this direction. Yeah, knock that thingy off again. I always forget that that's there. I'll just put this thing back up, and my red alloy wire can go right like so. Looks like I'm going to need 2 here. There we go. Back to working order. So what I'm going to do is just borrow this line here. Let's do something like this. If I grab my glass fiber cabling, yeah, don't know if I like that. Give me just a moment. Alright, I just requested a couple more sets of items because I want to change the way my wiring is under my flooring here. Now's as good a time as any to do it. So I'm requesting some blocks here. I'm going to go digging around in my green alchemical bag. And do I have any copper cabling? Probably not. So let's go ahead and request a handful of those. I think I'm going to need 6, I want to say. So I'm going to need also some of these. I believe 6 as well. So good and good. So all these goodies should start flowing my way in just a moment. Awesome. And what I'm going to do with this is open up my crafting table. And with my machine blocks, I'm going to craft some MV transformers. And these are the things that you would typically use to convert from high voltage to medium voltage. It's kind of the next tier up of the MV transformer. But what I'm going to use them for is transformer upgrades. As you can see, I need some insulated gold cable on the side of those guys. A electronic circuit down here, which I was prepared with ahead of time, and then some glass all around. And that gets me the transformer upgrade. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow machines that are basically only would normally accept low voltage current to accept medium voltage current. So there we go. Transformer upgrade in that macerator, a transformer upgrade in this macerator, and a transformer upgrade in my extractor. Sweet. That looks cool. Now, also keep in mind I've got induction furnaces on this line, but they can already accept medium voltage current. And I'm going to be adding over here my rotary macerator, which can also always accept medium voltage. So as a result of that, we can get out our wrench. Where are you, buddy? Wrench, wrench, wrench. There you are. And whack this thing off of here. And put down my glass fiber cables. Hey, no explosions. That's a good sign. If I had heard an explosion, I would have been a little bit worried. But, oh well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that there was no explosion. Next up, let's run some cabling over to that room. Now, there might be things added in the future, and I might need to get myself a few more pieces of glass fiber cabling here. I don't think that I have enough, which is unfortunate. It's going to be close, but meh. Yep, I need about 1 more stack. So I think it might be a good time for me to grab my Klein Star and produce just a few diamonds. I'm going to need to take this glass target out of here, and we'll target diamonds. I'm just going to get a handful. That's good. 8 should be good for now. And with that, I can go craft myself some more glass fiber cables. Yeah, you can see I'm going to be crafting a few extra but glass fiber cables, gonna probably need them pretty much all the time. So it's nice to have a few extra. Beautiful. And I'll put the leftover diamonds in there. So let's get under the flooring here. Finish cabling this thing up. Hooray! We've now got juice flowing into our rotary macerator. Perfect. And what I'm also going to do is put a lever on this guy, or some kind of redstone trigger. Basically saying if the redstone signal is on, it's going to keep the rotary macerator spinning. So where can I place that guy? I might just want to put it right back here. Nice and out of the way, so it's not terribly visible. Could be a redstone torch, but I'm going to go with the lever. Turn the lever on, and you can see it ramping up in speed, which is good. Precisely what we want. So let me clean up this floorboard, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that I've got that, I'm going to go head over into this room where I have my macerator. I'm just going to macerate one piece of coal real fast. I can borrow these overclocker upgrades again. At some point, maybe I'll get the overclocker upgrades universal, but that's all well and good. I'm going to head off in this direction. And I'm going to get my chest opened here and say I need some glowstone and a basic logistics pipe. Might as well grab two because I'm not sure if I'll need them both yet. Crafting up, we'll say basic logistics pipe with the 2 glowstone on the side gets me the crafting logistics pipe, and I'm going to place that guy right on top of this thing here. Sweet. And how do I want to run this? Probably just a cobblestone pipe should be good for me, right? No. Yeah, we'll have to go with this. Let's do stone transport pipes, and I'm going to need my basic here because this guy is going to become an intersection. There we go. So the way this is going to work now is that this intersection here is a basic logistics pipe. Cool. We'll get our wrench out of our green bag, put our stones back, and then say to this thing, if you place coal in the input slot, you will get coal dust out the output slot. Beautiful. So now if I run over down here and grab, I don't know, remote ordering tool, and request some coal dust. And I can do it the crafting side. Let's say we want 3 coal dust. Request successful. And what we should see happen is coal zip straight into that macerator, get macerated up, and the coal dust will be pulled straight out and sent down to the request line. Perfect. That is going to get me exactly what I want. Beautiful. I love everything about it. And I'll be right back when I'm ready for the next piece of this. Now, I haven't done anything with furnaces just yet, so I'm going to have to manually supply my glass for the moment. Just grabbed a few stacks of it out of my Klein Star there. Thank you very much, my friend. And I'll throw that into my miscellaneous junk chest. So those guys can go right in there. Sounds cool. And I'm going to get these rubies out of my inventory. They've been bothering me. Alright, so I've got glass, and I've got all that cool stuff. Next up, I'm going to need to get a few auto crafting systems in place. So let's grab what I think I'm going to need here. I'm going to need some of this. Probably going to need a good amount more refined iron. So I'm going to grab a good handful of iron ingots and throw them into my induction furnaces. And that'll cook up real fast. And of course, because of the way the system works, it's going to automatically put the refined iron directly in here. Beautiful. Gotta love it. So I've got some tin. I'm going to need some redstone. Ooh, I'm running a little bit low on redstone, aren't I? Goodness. We'll see what else happens. And we'll probably wind up with a bit more cool stuff. I'm going to need some cables and... yeah, I think I've got everything I need. Alright, I'll be right back in just a few minutes when I'm ready. Alright, if my math is correct on this, I'm going to need 3 more automatic crafting tables. Dun dun dun. All kinds of good stuff happening. And I'm going to borrow one of the copper cables that I've gotten here. There we go. And since I'm at it, I might as well grab my Philosopher's Stone here and craft up 3 basic logistics pipes into 3 crafting logistics pipes. Lovely. And let's grab these guys and place them down. I'm going to place one here, here, and here. And the first one, and I better turn this guy into a crafting pipe. Might as well do them all while I'm at it. This guy, I'm going to teach how to make a furnace. Great. Should be pretty simple. And of course, we don't want to forget to teach the pipe. Import. Next guy here is going to have to learn how to craft a battery and import that. And finally, this guy here is going to have to learn, and I probably should have requested this ahead of time. Let's do it now. Machine block request. So machine block plus furnace plus battery equals generator. Nice. And I did forget there is one more thing I'm going to have to do down here. So let's get another automatic crafting table. Request. I'm going to need, I've already got that. I'm going to need a few pieces of glass, which I should have in my inventory. And I'm going to need 2 electronic circuits, please. One, 2, and one of you. Sweet. And because I forgot, I'm going to need one more crafting pipe. There we go. And I'll say, and while I'm at it, I might as well request out of my new system, just as a test, request for me a generator. Let's see how well that goes. Should have a bunch of items flowing all over the place. Cool. Everything's good. Generator? Yeah, I guess so. How come there's 2 batteries in there? Weird. Did I do something funky? Where is my wrench? Nope. Okay. I'm going to open this guy up and tell him that, where are we at? Generator, right? Right there. Generator. 3 coal dust. Could have sworn I had glass on me. Oh, that's right. I put all my glass in the chest, didn't I? Noob. And my 2 electronic circuits get me a solar panel. Woot! So now I have an automatic production line for solar panels. The last step, of course, just being to place down my crafting pipe like so. And import the recipe. Sweet. So we've got this awesome little way to automatically create solar panels. And what I'm going to do real quick is go sleep through the night and be right back. Alright, so back up on my roof, I'm going to grab my electronic wrench here, make sure that he is in lossless wrench mode enabled, and what do I got? Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these guys. And I need to get rid of these tin cables because what I'm going to do here will not work with tin cables anymore. So I do have to knock all these cool things off. And I believe it used to be that swords would break these things faster. I guess that's no longer the case. So let's get down here to our MFE, which is probably starting to recharge as a result of the fact that I've had all those machines off for so long. Yeah, it's doing all right. You can see I've been manually filling in energy crystals in there to try and keep the thing running. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and run some fiber cables up there. Fiber cables is going to pretty much be what I need to do to get this guy running. So let's do something like this. And I'll put something out here like this. That should be good. I'm going to run inside now and grab my requester tool. Why don't we do this in the room? I think it would be nice to watch in the room. And I'm going to request 9 solar panels. I've got 7 and I want 9 more for a total of 16. So, request. Successful. And if everything's working properly, we should see all this cool stuff flowing all over the place. There goes my coal into my thingy, macerating away, doing its stuff, redstone flying everywhere. How cool is this to watch, huh? And hopefully it all works properly. Guess it's making some more copper cables at the moment. Lots of copper cables required for solar panels, of course. How are we doing up here? Waiting on some generators. There we go. Just waiting for the batteries to get crafted for the generators, and hooray, we've got 8 solar panels. What happened to the 9th one? Interesting. There we go. Alright, there was something funny with that battery earlier, so glad I put it in there. Not sure why that happened. So now I've got, what do you say, 16 solar panels. Perfect. Now, I have in my chests, I believe, if I run over here, might as well grab my requester. I'm not sure if there's one in there or not. Let's see. Do I have in the supplying mode? Dun dun dun. I do not. Thought I had another LV transformer in there, but no biggie. So I have one, right, that I just stole earlier. And the recipe for this guy is copper in the middle and 2 copper cables. Not bad. So let's just ask for 2 copper cables real quick. Should be a pretty quick delivery on that. And while I'm at it, I could have just requested 3 copper bars. And we'll craft it up. I want one more of these things. Copper cables and copper along the middle here gets me a second LV transformer. Now here's a new recipe for you guys out of the Advanced Machines mod. It's called the LV Solar Array. And as you can see, you take 8 regular solar panels and surround a low voltage transformer. And what this guy is going to do is produce 8 energy units per tick. So each solar array here, creating 1 energy unit per tick each, combined with the LV transformer, creates an LV solar array. Sweet. So 2 of these guys are going to produce 16 energy units per tick. Now, there is a recipe here to combine 8 of these solar arrays, and that produces an MV solar array, which creates 64 energy units per tick. And then, of course, there's a high voltage solar array. It goes around a high voltage transformer, 8 MV. So you're going to need 512 solar panels to create an HV solar array, but it'll create 512 energy units per tick in sunlight. Sweet. So let's go into the industrial craft chest here. You can see I'm doing pretty well on rubber at the moment. And how's this chest doing? Getting rather full, so I better get ready to turn this machine back on. Let's go up here with our new solar panels, LV solar array, and hook them up here and here. And if I grab my EU reader real quick, wherever it might happen to be, check the line here, 16 energy units per tick, exactly as predicted. And we should be getting a huge amount of energy flowing in here now. Nice. That should probably help out pretty well. May or may not decide to make another one of those guys, but for now, hopefully that'll help. And if I run inside now, looking good, I can probably turn this machine back on and let stuff flow through. We've got a ton of rubber wood here to process and tons of sticky resin. I think I'm doing pretty good on rubber for the time being. So seeing as I have more rubber than I know what to do with, I'm going to run up here and turn off my rubber farm. Maybe I'll leave it running for just a few more minutes, let it clear up all the wood and whatnot that it's got. After all, we want to make sure that we don't have like a half chopped down tree like right here. And I should put a sign up there too, just for consistency's sake. So why don't I get a sign going while I'm waiting for the last of that rubber to be chopped down. Crafting table. Rubberwood farm. Ta-da! So, like I said, lots of rubber. And look, another tree grew while I was waiting. Nice. No wonder I have so much rubber wood. Alright, that should be good for me now. Let's get up here. Rubberwood farm. Disabled. Oh man, another one grew? Oh no, that's alright. It grew, but, you know, it'll be alright. They'll all grow. Or a lot of them at least. So that looks pretty sharp. Looks like that thing just finished running, so that's good. So I will go inside, turn my machine back on, and hopefully I have enough juice now to run these things without too much of a problem. So I'll put my sticky resin in, sort my chest, and machine turn on. Everything should sort nicely now. Now, of course, we will have some backlog once we get a bunch of rubber wood in there, but I'm just going to let the backlog process for now. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'll be back in a few minutes once everything's done. And boy, oh boy, look at this. This thing still isn't able to maintain the power generation needed for what I want to do. So what I've decided for now, because I don't want to go crazy with LV solar panels just yet. See, this thing can't even keep up. And when I check my energy usage on this thing, the reason is it's like super high. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, it's barely able to maintain, but it was using like 70 before. So that's a lot of power needed for a fast-moving extractor. And you can see the extractor, all the wood's bouncing around back and forth here, trying to, you know, get in there. So let's resolve this real quick by opening up our bag. Now I'm going to have to get my remote orderer again and request another machine block right here and some copper cables, 2 of them. Some more problem solving by Direwolf. I'm making an MV transformer here and grabbing some of those copper cables, or those glass fiber cables that I made a minute ago. And what I'm going to do is just sneak over to here, if I can get up in this stupid little thing, and run this cable like so. Now I do have this thing disabled, so that's going to be a problem for me. Maybe I want to run my cable up there. I don't know. What I should probably do is have my lever on this thing, preventing it from running. I like when they face forwards. There we go. So that should be applying a redstone signal, which means that when I turn this thing off, now my mass fabricator has an on-off switch instead of the MFSU. And then I'll run this cable right through here. Maybe I even want to make it really nice looking. Just go straight back. That might look even better. There we go. Run a cable straight up here. Now hopefully I have enough cabling for this purpose. Almost there. Now I might not make it. It's going to be super close. I can't connect directly to this cable, of course, because that would be a problem. So what I need to do, and before I forget, oh, you know what? This is a perfect spot for it. Maybe I'll put my MV transformer right here. Before I forget, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Now, let's see. If I put my MV transformer like this and get my wrench, where's my wrench? I believe if I shift click, it'll orient straight down like that. See how I did that? How'd I do? Yep, the 3 dots are down, which is where the high voltage current is going to be coming from. And then all it is a matter of doing something like this. If I go up here, no, I don't want that. See, that's why I kept it off. Maybe I need to get some paint. That might be what I have to do. So give me a few minutes here. I'm going to get some paint and show you guys how to paint your cables in Industrial Craft. Darn it. Come here, creepers. I'll clean that up in a minute. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and combine some iron with some wool. And that's going to get me a painter. And if I combine a painter with a dandelion yellow, I get a yellow paintbrush. And I can get a red paintbrush here. Now these are Industrial Craft paintbrushes, and they have a couple different purposes. But the most specific purpose that I'm going to be using right now is to paint my cables. And the cool thing about painted cables is they do not touch if they are different colors. So check this out. If I paint this cable red, like so, like right here, these two. See how they're allowed to touch now because they're both red? That's all well and good, right? Now what if I run a cable here and to here? We don't want these cables touching, do we? No, we do not. So let's go ahead and paint this guy yellow. Look at that. They don't touch anymore. So because of the yellow paint there, they're not going to touch each other. Ha ha ha. Now, of course, I could also, if I wanted to, because of the way these MV transformers work, any side is considered a low voltage output. I'm going to go ahead and paint this guy as well down here. Nice. So now we've got this nice yellow and red cable here, and all this MFE energy is about to get zoomed right up as soon as I connect this guy. Hopefully no explosions. Hooray, I did something right. Alright, let's go outside now and check that we should have a lot of energy flowing into our MFE. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. And if I check our EU reader, 512 energy units per tick. So the MV transformer is down converting it to medium voltage, but it's still 512 energy units per tick. Plenty good. And our geothermal plant here is going to refill this MFSU for us. So our MFSU down here from our geothermal is helping to power that guy up. And I can simply cover this up from within here, go outside, and clean it up as well out there. And now we shouldn't be having any power production problems. Everything's running nice and smooth. I wonder, can I throw like 13 in here? Nope, not quite. Yeah, 10 looks like it's a little bit pushing it. So we'll stick with the 8 that we had. That's all well and good. I had borrowed some overclocker upgrades just to see how fast I could make the thing. Now, of course, I could make it faster if I wanted to. I think if I hooked it up to high voltage directly, it would probably be a little bit better. But for now, I think we're cool. I'm going to go clean up the outside there and come back. And my bee production has been continuing along. I've got an unwary queen, which the tooltip is now telling me it's an unwary diligent hybrid. It's telling me that because it's something that I've discovered. Cool. Unwary queen here. I guess it's not because it's something I discovered. Neat. I don't know what that tooltip means. And I've got my diligent queen down here. Unwearies last a really, really long time. So the reason I'm going ahead and doing that is pretty much so I have some more unwary drones. Cool. That's interesting. I gotta ask Sengir what's up with that. Yeah, looks like we got all kinds of neat little hybrid things going on here. Now this guy, my apiary down here, I've got my unweary princess and my unweary drones. Let's get them out of here. Unweary drones, okay. Neat. I gotta ask him. Maybe that's like a bug or something. Unweary drone, unweary drone. And I'm gonna grab some diligent drones to combine with my unweary princess and hopefully get a little bit lucky here. Maybe get an industrious queen. I think that's what I would get. Unwary queen. Alright, no such luck. So I'll leave these diligent drones in here and come back, but I'll let these apiaries, these 4 here, continue to produce unwary and diligent drones for me. Nice. And I'm interested in what these stringy and dripping combs are all about. So why don't we grab a couple of them and manually place them in our centrifuge. Stringy comb. Oh, makes propolis. Cool. And dripping combs? Just honeydew, I guess? Or whatever that stuff was. Yeah, honeydew. Okay. Good to know. Alright. Back to doing stuff, huh? I do need to work back on my main room over there, that cool little laser passageway. I didn't forget about it, don't worry. It's something on my to-do list. I was hoping to get more to it this episode, but we'll have to see. Nope, looks like I'm going to have to wrap up the episode. It's hitting a little bit above the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 36 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next episode, I definitely want to get to this room that I started on last episode and did not get a chance to finish yet. So I'm going to go back to my secret staircase under the floor here. I'm going to make this look a lot nicer, of course, in the future, but for now, it's doing pretty good. Nice. I like everything about it. So I'm going to have to expand that little area and get back to you guys on 37 for that one. So take it easy, everybody.